Hey everyone, it's Kaylee here, and today I'm sharing a layout and process video for Scrap Squad, and I'm going to be using our first Scraplift of 2022 as inspiration for this page. Now you can see today's lift in the top right hand corner, and I've also added a link in the description below as well, so you can go and check it out and have a closer look if you'd like to. But if you're not already a member of the Scrap Squad Facebook group, then please do come and join us. We have a new scrap lift uploaded every week, and we also do some events and cybercrops and things throughout the year. So what I've done so far is I've pulled out the Safe Travels collection by Simple Stories. This is a collection that I purchased and actually purchased some more of to scrap our holiday photos from last year. We didn't go on like a summer holiday abroad or anything like that. We was in the UK, but we was down in Devon. And it's absolutely beautiful down there, especially because we come from up north. So down south is just so much prettier. And we did go on a fishing holiday. And it wasn't all about fishing, even though I do have a lot of fishing photos. We did go on trips out as well, which I've yet to scrapbook. But this is another photo taken on the actual fishing part of the holiday, and TJ had gone out with his dad and his granddad to do a bit of night fishing, and obviously they went down. It was still quite light, but they did stay really late. TJ came back around midnight and the men stayed until morning. But TJ had this photo taken, which is really funny, and it's next to one of the signs of the lake. Each lake had a different name and a different sign, and this one was called Octopussy, and he found that so funny. He had to have a photo with the sign, which TJ never really likes having his photos taken anymore. It's kind of, I've got to force him to have them taken. So the fact that he wanted to have this photo taken to send to his friend because he found it really funny. He's just a typical boy. He found it really funny, and yeah, so I thought, well, it's an opportunity for me to scrap this photograph. So my husband had taken the photo and sent it to me because I didn't actually go down to the lake on this evening. I decided to stay back at our villa, and me, Darcy and Nana stayed at the villa, and I think we played games and we did some colouring, and we made some pom-poms as well. We had this little pom-pom maker, so we had a bit of a girly night. But this is the photo I got, obviously, of TJ down at the lake. So what I've started doing so far is I've started cutting up some paper. I used just one of our plastic plates of the kids to cut my circle. Now I wish that I did have a few different size circles, because it would have made the circle process a little bit easier. On the original layout they had used I think 3 different pattern papers for their circle. I've only currently got one right now, but I do bring in a second one. Because I think out of this whole layout, I actually found that the hardest. The embellishing I really enjoyed, but getting these circles right in the background, I did struggle with, because I should have made myself 2 different size circle templates or 3 different size circle templates, and I think that would have made it a lot easier. But what I've done so far is I've cut the one circle, which obviously it's not a full circle because it's in the corner of the page, and I've started pulling out some die cuts to tuck in around the photo. Now on the original layout they'd used lots of florals. Now I don't have many florals, and there isn't lots of florals in this collection. It is a travel themed collection, but it's got a lot of outdoorsy icons, and that's the reason I really enjoyed it for scrapping our holiday photographs. So I brought in a couple of die cut pieces so far to the side of my photo. I've got a chipboard camera there. Some of these don't make it on the final layout. I do find other things that I think are more fitting for what I'm documenting. I have some strips of pattern paper at the bottom, and I've got a caravan icon down there at the moment, but unfortunately that doesn't get to stay either, even though I would have loved to have used one of those up. Even though a caravan has nothing to do with this particular holiday, we didn't stay in a caravan, I just really like the colours because there's a lot of pinks in the pattern papers that I'm going to be using. So these are my 2 circles. Now, they're not perfect. Like I said, if I'd kind of done a few different templates, it would have turned out a lot better. But I do like how it's turned out, and I love the patterns that I've used. And it is a great way to get different pattern papers onto your layout. Now I'm just going to layer in some embellishments again, just to get an idea of what I'd like. I did pull out the green cut apart that said Let's Wander. I decided that wasn't going to make it on this page. It was too green. There's a lot of green in my photo, so I thought it was better to avoid that colour so that your attention's drawn to the photo. But I am bringing in lots of this kind of rusty orange colour and pink and some blues as well, which there is kind of the rusty orange colour in the photograph on the sign, even though it's slightly more muted. But the other colours aren't in the photo, so I think that really works well. I've got a cluster going on now at the bottom. I've got a little map down there. I've got another sticker which has got some mountains on, and it says adventure, and that's bringing some of that blue down to that area. I am bringing in, well, I'm trying to bring in some word stickers. I know I want to add some of those. And I've skipped forward again, and that's because I was really picky and it was taking me so long to find things that would work for this photo. I've already scrapped quite a few layouts using this collection, and I keep buying more of it and adding more of it to my kit because I just have tons of photos from our holiday last year. I have got a little compass in the cluster to the side of my photo. The boots were at the bottom, but I've moved those up to that top cluster. I've got some of the cut apart tags, which the one at the bottom, the pink one, replaced the caravan. I did want that colour down there, but the caravan just it just wasn't working for me, so I felt like another tag worked really well. And in a way, the tags have replaced those florals because they're quite a large embellishment. I think that works really well. I brought in some of the tiny word stickers as well. They say a lot of phrases to do with just being outdoors and enjoying yourself. We've got so happy, go see do, today was awesome, wish you were here, and sightseeing, and I thought that worked really well. And I've also got another word sticker on top of my photo which says photo up, and obviously that's really fitting for the story. Just tucking in now a few more little bits, looking at the puffy stickers to see if any of those work for this page, and I'm able to tuck in a couple into my clusters just to kind of beef them up a little bit because they are quite large clusters on the original layout. Which I think larger clusters are easier to create with florals. I think when you're adding kind of lots of little pieces together, it is a little trickier, but you can still kind of achieve that same look. And I really love how these clusters turned out. I think they work really well for the story of the photograph. I'm now coming in with some twine. This is just from my stash, and I'm going to add that to my tags because tags don't feel finished to me without some twine in them. I have added another sticker to the bottom which says let's go, and I'm going to use that as my title for this page. I also have let's go on this circle piece next to the photo, but I'm fine with it being in different areas of the page, but that is going to be the title for this one. And then I do finish off with some enamel dots from my stash. Now these were from, I think, a summer collection quite a few years ago, but the colours that I had left worked really well with this collection, so I'm going to bring in those and use a couple of those on this page. So this is my finished layout. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I do, like I said, wish I'd gone a little bit bigger on those circles and used another pattern as well, but I'm really happy with how it turned out in the end, and I'm so pleased to have this photograph documented. Thank you for watching. Bye.